You are listening to Readers and Writers with your hosts, James Hill and Athena Paris of RockHill Publishing. I'm Amy Ravichandran, and today we're talking about ebooks as gifts. You guys, Christmas is literally right around the corner. So these are immediate last-minute gifts. You know, if you have a distribution issue or whatever is happening, these are fantastic gifts, and everyone loves a ebook, and pretty much everyone can read it either on their reader or their phone or something. So who wants to dive in about ebooks as gifts first?
Okay, I'm gonna go first, as usual. I got a lot to say. What can I tell you?
I love it.
But, you know, as we say, Christmas is right around the corner, and if you have a lot of people in your family, like I do, I have 11 grandchildren, I think, or maybe more. So if I left anybody out, I'm sorry. But when you get to your Christmas list and you're thinking about what can I give all these different people, different ages and stuff, ebooks become a very cost-effective, because one thing you can do on Amazon, you can gift the book to somebody. You can, so if you know their email address or something like that, then you can go and gift it and it will just show up on their thing. So that's really nice that you can do that through Amazon. You can also send it to them, buy an ebook and just send it to them in the email or something like that. So it makes a great last minute gift idea if you didn't give them something, or if you have a lot of people on your list, it makes a great way to get your gifts out there to them. And also you can also buy gift cards like to Amazon, to Barnes and Noble, and they can go pick out their own books. So, you know, it's just a very easy way to help facilitate Christmas, especially nowadays, since a lot of people, families are spread out, you know, and we do know about spread out, don't we? You know, she's sitting in South Africa right now.
Yeah. Okay, so are we discussing only what ebooks can do as gifts, or the value of ebooks in general as well?
Both.
Well, we can be talking about the values.
Okay,
we can talk about anything here, can't we?
Okay, so my idea of ebooks, this is a great way for self-published authors. If you know that you have produced the best book that you can, that you've created a cover that's decent and good, and you get good reactions, and you can't afford publishing business and editors and any of cover designers and all of that, creating an ebook alone is great for you because you can do it yourself. It doesn't take much, as I understand it, to go to Amazon and publish an ebook by itself. So this is the way to go for some people who want to be self-published, who can't yet afford anything to pay for some services. It's create the best that you can and go to Amazon and do your book. You never know, it might become a hit. And once your ebook is a hit, then you can move on and ask an editor, please look my work over. I've made enough money. I can afford an editor, and that editor can now better your book. And now your book can be revised and can now maybe be sent to an actual author, publisher. And now you can publish paperbacks and hardcovers. So well, that is my...
Yeah, I would take one thing back from what you said and disagree with you on this one point. If you're going to publish a book, have it edited first. Don't publish something and then say, I'll have it edited later. Because that's...
I know, that is the preferred way of doing things. But from the groups that I follow, a lot of people are going this way. So I'm saying, if that is what you're going to do, make sure that you've got the best product that you can. Editor really is the one thing you should never skimp on. And that is the first thing everybody does not want to do.
Yes, and that's what I would say before
this loop.
Yeah.
Yes.
The thing about ebooks, and this is getting away from the gifts idea, but when ebooks came around, it actually exploded the publishing business.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
everybody was able to get on something like Amazon, or there's a couple other, Barnes and Noble has them. There's a couple other
Exactly.
platforms that you can go on and create your own book. And everybody
Exactly.
jumped on that idea of, I can create my own book, I can cut out everybody else, and
Yes.
it's not the way to go, because you really still need a good product.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
still want to put out a good book. So, but the thing is, you can put out an ebook because it's less expensive and easy to do. And then you can build an audience before you invest in money in doing print books. So yeah, it's a good
Yes.
idea to put out the ebook first. Whereas it used to be, they printed a hardcover book, then they would print a paperback book for the mass production. So first they print the hardcover, then they would step down to paperback for mass production to get it more. Now it's going the other
Yes.
way. And then they would do an ebook. But now it goes the
Yes.
other way. Now a lot
Yeah.
of people are saying, produce the ebook first, get that out
Yes.
into in mass production, because that's easier to do. And then
Yes.
as you gain traction and name recognition, then you go to print book, and then finally to hardcovers. And yeah, I can see that as being a viable thing, but I just would not skimp on the product.
No, I am 100% on that. That for me does not change. I just meant as a bit of advice for these people who have decided they don't need any help or they can't afford any help. Try and create the best you can and at least be
Well, as
good
you
at.
know, Athena, I wrote a book. I got my first book out there, and then I realized, well, not that I realized, because I already knew it, but I needed a much more professional editor's touch to that book. And
Yeah.
that's how me and you got into business together. Because yes, I
Yes.
did do the best I could at editing
Yeah.
my book and everything. And then when I turned it over to you, you showed me a whole lot more than I should have done. And
Yeah.
so then you come out with the second revision and all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
I went that route. And that's why I could say,
Yeah.
get an editor. If you
Yeah.
do nothing else, get an editor, because
Yes.
your money is well spent when you get a good editor, you know.
Yeah, because I mean, book covers are not that difficult. I mean, with Photoshop and Adobe and Book Brush and all, even Canva, all these places help you construct a really good quality, decent looking book cover. It might not be like the ones that are top-notch $5,000, $7,000 book cover design, but they're pretty good, you know, with those designing apps. So
And if you talk to
that,
ebooks too, the book cover is
yes,
like an inch wide, you know. So
yeah,
so it doesn't have to be that big detailed book cover that you see on a hardcover book, you know,
yeah,
because you're still looking at it on the screen, and some screens only got but so many colors, variation to them anyway. So what you see on the screen may not be what you would see if it was printed. You might be looking at what we call thumbnail prints. So
yeah,
you see, you know, so it's not as detailed a picture. So yeah,
yeah,
you can go a long way with ebooks. And let's get back to talking about gifts. It could be a gift to yourself. If you want to be a writer, if you want to be an author, you can think of it as a gift to yourself. This is a gift that you would give to yourself to put you into that category, that you now have a published book. You've been writing and waiting for years and trying to get your books published and all that kind of stuff. Go ahead and gift yourself an ebook. Create one.
yeah,
You know, you'll be very happy. You'll be ecstatic at what you did.
uh-huh,
That's true. And everybody has a reader in their family, you know. And so the best gift to give any reader or bookworm in your family is for sure a book. But, you know, if not a physical copy of a book, then definitely an ebook, because everybody literally either has a reader, they can read from their laptop, they can read from their computer, they can read from their phone. It's kind of one of those, you know, they can read when they have time on a device. You've kind of given them an ample opportunity to read, and you're helping their reading and all of those kind of things. And that's why, you know, they make great gifts, but also, you know, from an author and writer, they really kind of open you up, because it's kind of one of those things, you know, like you guys were saying, you know, you can throw up an ebook, you know, make sure you try to put up the best quality book that you put up, but you know, things, editing and stuff can be expensive. But it is one of those, it's the easiest form to get up and to get a book published. You know, an ebook on Amazon is the easier route, but it gets you out there, it gets your work out there, people reading it and giving feedback and stuff, because all of those reviews and feedbacks and stuff is going to help you in your writing journey. And it will help make your book, when you decide to invest all that money and do physical books and stuff, it'll make it the best product for that. So that's why, you know, ebooks are always a good starting point for sure. But
How
without
are we
like,
doing on time?
oh, we're good on time. But
Okay.
my one question is, you know, do you guys read ebooks? How do you guys prefer your books?
I prefer paperbacks, but I do read ebooks because as
Yeah.
a publisher, you know, I'm getting manuscripts and things as ebooks. And also people are sending me ebooks, you know, as to review their books.
Right.
So, and I can read on my phone, you know, that's the other thing. I can read it on my computer. I can read it on my phone when I'm sitting someplace, if I'm traveling or something like that. You have your phone with you. You know, you can scroll Facebook or something for a bunch of nonsense, or you can pick up an ebook and read that, you know. And
Right.
so it's a great use of your time. Ebooks make a great use of your time. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Athena, what about you?
So I love the feel of books, paper books,
Okay.
but I've realized that I don't have the time for paper books.
Yeah.
So because I read before I go to sleep. So therefore, for me, reading on my phone is easier than having a paper book with a bookmark and all those things, turning pages. Whereas my ebook, my Kindle on my phone is so much easier.
Yeah.
You know, it's very
convenient.
simple. I don't need the light on, nothing, because I've got everything. So actual reading nowadays, I prefer ebook, but I still love the feeling of paper books. I love them. I collect them. I have a bookshelf full of them and another 2 on somewhere and all of that. So I love paper books. But for actual reading nowadays, I read all of it on ebook, and that way I've got, my library is full. I don't know where my time is going, because
Time's
every
one of
day
those
I
things.
try,
Yeah.
you know,
I totally understand.
I try to read a little bit just as entertainment, because
Mhm.
I do a lot of reading for work, and this is completely different.
Yeah.
And yet my editor's mind is still working, because I still see mistakes and, oh, I
Right.
wouldn't have said that way, you know, I would have changed that and all those kinds of things. I'm still, you
Never
know,
shuts off.
editing in my mind, but at least it's none of my business how they wrote that.
Right. You're just there to read it. Yeah. It's
Yes,
hard
I'm
to
just
shut
there
off.
to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to turn off that part of our brain. Like when you
Yes.
like when you become part of the business, it's hard to turn off that part of the brain that's when you're
Yeah.
reading something that you say, yeah, ooh, that's a bad turn of phrase, or you
Oh
know,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
plot hole, I found a plot hole. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always hard to do that. I'm like you, Athena. I prefer reading on my phone or, you know, a Kindle. It's just more convenient for me. I can read in bed. I don't have to have a light on, you know, because, you know, when I'm in bed at night, you know, that's my downtime, you know, so I can do
Yes,
that and I don't have to have a light
exactly.
on and stuff. So I'm 100% with you on ebooks. So, you know, ebooks make fantastic gifts, you guys, and we are in the holiday season, and we hope you guys have a happy holiday and everything, you know, coming on. But make sure you tune in next week, because next week we are talking script writing, sorry, with Myron Edwards, and you're definitely not going to want to miss that. That's going to be such a fantastic conversation. I can't wait to have it with him. But until then, we hope you guys have a fantastic holiday season, and we'll catch you guys all next week. Bye, everybody.